what I was saying. What is up, guys? Boat Game Johnny Utah here. Today we have some guest footage from the Chuckster. We have featured this gentleman on the channel before, and if you would like to be featured on the channel, by all means let me know. Get me a vid and I will make you look good. Moving on. As you can see here, guys, we're in the Omaha. One of my favorite ships, really. I really enjoy this. I kind of, lean towards the Marblehead, obviously, since it looks like it was painted by a pimp. But other than that, it's a really, really good ship. DPM, guns, I mean, this thing is a total package, much like Lex Luger. Now, what we're doing here, guys, is we're going to go ahead and push this cap, try to use some islands for some good coverage, and just get out there and basically mix it up with the bad guys. You don't necessarily want to get too committed too soon. I mean, I know you guys in the lower tier lobbies, you see so many Omahas just cutting across the battle like nobody's got a problem with them, and then boom, they get one-shotted. It's not going to be us, folks. That is not going to be us. You're going to have to pay full price to get these panties. Now, as you can see here, guys, we've got an island right here to our 9 o'clock, and we're going to try to kind of come up around this area and see if we have any targets of opportunity. We don't necessarily want to go out there and overextend. We kind of really need to work with our allies / use them somewhat in order to kind of get out here and make things happen. We're starting to cut the power to the engines there. I've got some really good shots on this gentleman right here. We're kind of hoping to get in there and just farm him, possibly set him on fire. And with the DPM, if you have this thing set up right, it is a baby Atlanta. That's pretty much what it is. You can really get some shots on target, and that's a good thing to happen there. I mean, because realistically, you wouldn't be much of a fight if you kind of broke cover and went out there on your own. This is kind of the same arena as the Pensacola. It is a floating citadel, essentially. Wherever you shoot it, you're pretty much going to citadel it, so you have to play cautious. And I feel like this is one of the better ships to learn how to cruiser on, because if you make any mistakes, you'll be punished for them. And pressure makes diamonds because you're literally going to have to learn how to become a better player, one way or the other. Shooting some AP at this gentleman right here on the broadside, trying to really connect with him there, see if we can't possibly get some citadels in there early on in the game. Didn't really happen for us, but you know what? If you look at the damage we've caused in the short amount of time, we have really, really farmed some damage off some of these folks, being a really integral part of the winning process, as it were. 19,000 damage. I mean, that is a ton of damage to do this early in the game. That's normally something you see coming from battleships, not necessarily a cruiser. Pensacola we could understand, but Omaha, it's not necessarily unheard of, but it's definitely not expected. Let's put it that way. Having an excellent start here, up to 21k. Let's call it 22, rounding up there. Now, the gentleman there we were firing at, not really having any more shots. We kind of want to get out here to where we can get some shots on target, but we don't, want to kind of pull out far enough to where we cannot get safely back into cover if somebody does decide to look at us. We did switch to high X there, making a lot of headway on this gentleman. Immediately set him on fire, which is a good thing there. We kind of misjudged the shot a little bit there, and sometimes it's tricky when the ship is in a transitional period, going from reverse to forward. Sometimes it can get a little dicey there, and it's happened to all of us. Now, this gentleman, he put his fires out, but he was burning literally from stem to stern. Definitely had problems in his life. We're farming the mess out of him, and what we're doing here, guys, is these gentlemen, I should say, have bigger targets to worry about aside from somebody slinging hikes from around an island. And that's the area you want to be in. You want to kind of be in support of the battleships. If the battleships start to go out, if they start to get, really kind of toasted, you need to start thinking about leaving that zone, because you know what? When there's nothing else to shoot at, they're going to start shooting at you. And this goes back to me saying you have to make yourself an unappealing target. And that's what we're doing, because people know if they fire on us, we're immediately going to kind of dive behind cover here, as it were. And this kind of makes it, makes the bad guys step back and say, hey, this guy giving me a broadside cutting across the open is a much better target than somebody who may back up as soon as I fire. And this is what we're doing. Getting a lot of good success here with this high X. I would be interested to know this gentleman's commander setup. Possibly he can comment on this video below and let us know how he has everything set up, because you know what? It looks like he's setting fires nearly every single time he connects with somebody. He's either very lucky or he has a commander set up. Now we do have some incoming fire here. We are going full reverse, and wow, it almost one-shotted us. The luck of the devil. It could have really went the other way there. So now we realize, sadly enough, that we are definitely a target now. So we're kind of backing off. We're watching his guns, and we don't want to get involved anymore with this gentleman, because he, for certain, feels some type of way about being farmed. 71,000 damage. The guns have not stopped. The loaders are deaf by now. The crew is busy at work, putting in work. I mean, we are really putting it down out there. Amazing, amazing game so far. And you know what? I feel like the Chuckster has a way to go, because you know what? The numbers keep rising. We're still out here. We're still making it happen. He's firing again here, but we're already moving. It doesn't look like it's necessarily going to connect there. Just a bare miss. And now, we still need to kind of get some shots on this gentleman to farm him. But at the same time, we don't want to present too much a target, because then he's going to come through with the smackdown, which is something we do not want. 91,000 damage. He is burning. It is a good thing. He's already used his kit there. And he ends up going to the bottom of the channel solely from fire. Encountered a little bit of lag there. Not a big deal. We can deal with that. Coming around the island here, I've got a gentleman right here. Looks like to about our 10 o'clock. Going to come around here, see if we can't pull some good shots on him, farm him a little bit. 93,000 damage here. We've got our hydroacoustic up. We're ready to just lay the hammer down. And in a case like this, guys, this gentleman does not stand much of a chance as far as the DPM goes. We are low health though, so it may not be a good look for us. And boom, he manages to take us out. 100,000 damage. And it's still going up. The Firestarter. This gentleman is a Firestarter, and he is out there making it happen. 101,000 damage. Legendary. That is the only way to describe this game. Legendary game. Loving every single second of it. Let's go to the leaderboard here. We know we got high caliber. We know we got multiple medals. We went out there. We made it happen. We put people in submission. 101,000 damage. 453. Top of the leaderboard. Folks, thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, subscribe, share. We'll see you next time.